Hey, good morning, Bronx Science freshmen. Welcome to freshman chemistry and welcome to the 2020-2021 school year. I know this isn't really the school year that we anticipated, but it's unfortunately what we are working with, and we're gonna do our best to make it the best year possible. Okay, so first and foremost, my name is Miss Daly. I'm going to be your chemistry teacher this year, and I just wanted to go over a little bit more in depth that rules and kind of welcome poster that you saw on my website. So first of all, let's start with our rules. The first one that we see is transparency, and I actually think this goes hand in hand with communication. Okay, so it's going to take some time for us to feel comfortable communicating with each other, but I want you guys to know that I'm here for you. I'm here to listen. I love to get to know you guys, and I'm not scary, and I would love to be able to communicate very openly with you, and be very transparent about things that are going on, whether it's something that's happening in my life or something that's happening, let's say, in your life. So for example, let's say that you're having a terrible day and you know that you're not going to be able to, let's say, participate to the fullest extent. What I'm really looking for, hopefully in the first month or so, is for you guys to feel comfortable reaching out to me and saying, hey, Miss Daly, I'm having a really bad day, I don't feel well, or I had this event that happened to me and I'm just not at the level to participate today. And you can reach out to me individually, by email, by Remind, and just let me know what's going on. Communicate and be, as open as you can be with me, and be as transparent as you can be, so that I know what's happening and we can work through things together. The next thing is kindness. I just want to let you guys know it's really important to be kind, especially right now. We're all dealing with different trauma from the pandemic. And I think it's really important to remember that we're all in this together. We're all learning this together. So for example, be kind to your neighbors, be kind to your parents, be kind to your siblings, who I'm sure if you have a younger sibling might be driving you nuts at this point. Be kind to your classmates and be kind to your teachers. We're all learning how to do this together, okay? The next thing I ask for is energy. So you will notice, hopefully, right by week 2 or so, that I am super energetic. I try to bring energy to everything I do, whether it's lessons or demonstrations. And so I ask that you guys put the same amount of energy, maybe a little bit less since I have so much of it, but try to bring energy to class with you, right? We want to try to keep things exciting. And the last one is effort. So all I ask, right, chemistry, I always get students at the beginning of the year that come in and say, you know what, Miss Daly, I'm not a science person, okay? And I've heard that so many times, and I understand, right? I was definitely not great at certain things in high school, and so all I ask is that you try your best, okay? Chemistry can be challenging at times, but I just want to see the effort that you're putting in. Okay, the second the orange box on here talks about virtual, okay? And that's specifically what I expect through virtual learning. I'm gonna ask that when you can and when you're comfortable, if you guys can please have your camera function on. I like to get to know you, I like to see your faces, and I think it'll help us kind of build a relationship with one another while we are behind these screens, okay? So try when you can to have your camera on, and I'm gonna ask that when you enter and until you are participating to just keep things muted, that way we don't hear any background sound. Okay. Next thing is partake in the yellow box, and what I really mean there is participation. Okay, so I want to see as much participation as you feel comfortable with. Again, I understand that participation looks different for every student, okay? I'm gonna have the students who wanna answer every single question, and I'm gonna have the students who don't ever wanna talk, okay? And so I ask that you try to step a little bit outside of your comfort zone. If you're the person who maybe doesn't really wanna share to the whole class, when we're working in small groups, make sure that you're engaging and you're talking and discussing and sharing with your small group, okay? So that maybe you don't feel comfortable saying it in front of the whole class, but maybe somebody else from your small group will, okay? I also ask that if you're one of the people that love to answer every question, I love that. And I want you guys to know I see you, and I was you, and I still am you sometimes. But I am going to try to get as many people to talk as I can in our 20-minute sessions while we're virtually learning. Great. The green box, work. Okay, this just means what am I expecting from you for the work that I assign, okay? So whether it be homework or in-class work. So all I ask is that, again, you give your best effort. You might not feel super comfortable, but again, we're gonna be working a lot in small groups, so hopefully that will help take away a little bit of that anxiety. And I ask that for homework, that you complete it. If you don't understand a question, you can always feel free to reach out to me or your classmates for help, or you can also try it to the best of your effort. Just try to give an answer. If it's wrong, it's wrong, okay? And we'll talk about why it's wrong. That's what's important. A lot of people forget that science is all a guessing game until somebody gets it right. Okay, and so it's okay to get things wrong. I live in that, and I love when we can have a discussion about why something's wrong, okay? And then also just make sure you're submitting any sort of assignments on time. That way I have time to grade them and give you guys feedback. And that gets me to my next point, which is all about grades this year, okay? So for our grading, we're gonna have 40% of your grade goes in the assessment category. This is gonna be primarily projects. I am not planning on giving you guys any like standard general tests this year, at least while we're virtually learning. If we come back into the classroom, that might be a different discussion. But for assessment, those are going to be projects, like major projects, maybe some sort of labs if we have a virtual lab that is an in-depth, maybe longer lab, it might fall under the assessment category. I will always let you guys know which category your assignments are going to fall under. And then 60% of your grade is engagement, and that's going to be your participation grade. That's going to be your homework grades. Are you guys submitting your homeworks? And for the shorter labs or simulations that I ask you guys to do, that'll also probably fall under the engagement category. And then the last thing, and I love to say this every year, and it goes back again to the effort, and for you guys, I understand that, chemistry is not an easy course. I'm gonna make it as easy as possible for you guys, but a lot of you guys come into this class scared, and I want you guys to know that the best thing you can do is try. And so I like to break down the word chemistry into chem is try, okay? We're gonna be successful as long as you guys put as much effort in as you guys can, and we will make sure that we get through this year together, okay? So welcome again to freshman chemistry. I'm so excited to get started with you guys. We're gonna have a great year. All right, looking forward to meeting you guys soon.